All right, welcome everybody to the Fantasy Minute, Thursday Night Thunder. Here we go. Trying to get this thing working. Let's see. We are having technical difficulties already. Yep. Bear with me. All right. So I hope everybody's having a good afternoon, evening right now while I figure out the background. For some reason, it's being weird. So, yeah, if we can't get this figured out, you guys are just going to have to deal with not seeing my pretty face. All right. So, Thursday Night Thunder. We're going to go over tonight's game, obviously. Football is back, baby. Let's go. We've got the Cowboys and the Eagles. Obviously, we know our must-starts with CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Jake Ferguson. I'm very skeptical on the backfield in Dallas, but if you must, Javonte Williams is listed as the starter. You can play him with somewhat reluctancy, but I would maybe pass on that. Obviously, you're going to play Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Jalen Hurts, obviously, and Dallas Goedert is also a good option this week against the very depleted Cowboys defense. So, with that, if you want to play somebody tonight that's going to be your best bet with who you have in your lineups and on your bench, those are the ones that I would choose from. Obviously, Philly's defense is top notch if you pick them up when you draft them. They're definitely not available on the waiver wire like the Cowboys will be. Moving forward, we've got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chargers playing tomorrow. I believe that game is in Brazil. So with that, we know who we're looking at there. No Rashee Rice, obviously with the suspension, 6 weeks. So Xavier Worthy is a good option. Travis Kelce will be a good option at tight end because of the lack of targets for Pat Mahomes to throw to. You're going to want to play him the first part of the season. He may tire it out and start losing targets once Rashee comes back, but until then, you got Worthy, solid option. They kind of have a three-headed backfield in Kansas City with Isaiah Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, and the rookie. I'm still hedging on Isaiah Pacheco, but if you have other options going into the weekend for Sunday and Monday, I would maybe steer that direction if you have better options. But otherwise, I'm not too scared to play with Pacheco there. As far as the Chargers, if you have a Marion Hampton, this is what you drafted him for. Let's see what he does. We're going to ride with him. Ladd McConkey, he's going to be your wide receiver one. Keenan Allen is a good option, possibly later on. I wouldn't play him this week. It's just we got to see how they're going to use him. And with Ladd and what he did last year, I'm just not willing to take the bet on Keenan Allen just yet, unless you're in a mode of desperation. So Justin Herbert, maybe a good play this week, but there are definitely some better options at quarterback for fantasy purposes. So I might have skipped over Patrick Mahomes. I'm not 100% sold on him, but this might be a year where he actually bounces back. He's had a bad couple of fantasy years, so this might be an opportune time for him. But I wouldn't try it out on the first game out unless you drafted him as your QB1. may not, you may have no choice, but that's just where I stand on it. As far as the rest of the Chargers, I think you you're kind of where you're at. If Najee plays, I'm not trusting him. I'm not sure where Trey Harris is with his injury, the rookie, but also it's just with the early games, I'm not taking many flyers on anybody outside of Ladd, Omarion Hampton, Travis Kelce, Xavier Worthy, and maybe Pacheco if you don't have better options at running back. But that's kind of what's going on there. Uh, Obviously, we've got the Ravens and the Bills playing Sunday night. That'll be exciting. We'll talk about that more later. And if you guys have any questions, I'm going to try to be on here tomorrow since there is a game tomorrow. So I'll try to hop on, maybe do some live Q&A if I can figure that out. Otherwise, feel free to comment and send those questions in. Any advice you might need, and we'll roll forward. So until next time, good luck. And this is the Fantasy Minute. See you guys later.